When the wealthy start running, pay attention. Not to where they're running from, to where they're running to. And in 2025, the exodus is undeniable. 22,000 Americans renounced their citizenship this year. That's the highest number in American history. Not just renounced, they've paid hundreds of thousands in exit taxes and legal fees to permanently leave. These aren't people fleeing poverty. These are millionaires and billionaires abandoning the country that made them rich. And if you think this doesn't affect you, you're wrong. Because when the people with resources leave, everyone else is left holding the bill. Our story begins not in 2025 but in 2017. The first Trump administration passed massive tax cuts for the wealthy. Corporate tax rate dropped from 35% to 21%. Estate tax exemption doubled. Capital gains treatment improved. The rich got richer, and they stayed. Because America was still the best place to be wealthy. Low taxes, strong property rights, rule of law, global reserve currency. You could be a billionaire anywhere, but America was the safest and most profitable place to park your wealth. But something changed. Trump's second term started in January 2025 with promises. Big promises. Tariffs to bring manufacturing back. Mass deportations to secure the border. America first in everything. The wealthy didn't oppose these ideas publicly. Many funded Trump's campaign, but privately they were making different calculations. Not about ideology, about risk. Political risk. Economic risk, personal safety risk. And when billionaires assess risk and decide the answer is leave, that tells you something. The tariffs hit first, 60% on China, 10% universal on everything else. The goal was to punish China and force manufacturing back to America. The result was inflation. Prices rose 15 to 20% across consumer goods. The average American household now pays $7,000 more per year for the same stuff. People are angry. Very angry. And when people are angry, they look for someone to blame. The wealthy became targets, not just politically, physically. By summer 2025, the rhetoric escalated. Politicians on both sides started talking about wealth taxes. Bernie Sanders proposed taxing unrealized capital gains above $10 million. Some Republicans, seeing populist anger, didn't oppose it. They saw votes in punishing billionaires. The math was simple. Tax 1,000 billionaires to give relief to 300 million Americans. Politically, that's an easy sell, even if economically it's complicated. For billionaires, this was terrifying. Unrealized gains tax means you pay tax on assets you haven't sold. Your company's stock goes up, you owe taxes, even though you didn't sell shares. If you don't have cash, you're forced to sell shares to pay the tax, which drives the stock price down, which creates a death spiral. Wealth taxes had destroyed entrepreneurship in France. Half of French billionaires left when wealth taxes passed. The French government eventually repealed them because they collected less revenue after the wealthy left. But America was talking about making the same mistake. Then came the political instability. Trump's second term was more aggressive than the first. Executive orders flew daily. Some violated court orders. Some ignored Congress. The system of checks and balances started breaking. For wealthy people who value stability above all else, this was unacceptable. It doesn't matter if you agree with Trump's policies. What matters is whether institutions can constrain power. When they can't, you're one regime change away from losing everything. The mass deportations accelerated the fear. By mid-2025, 2.5 million people had been deported. The largest deportation in American history. Industries collapsed. Agriculture, construction, hospitality. The economy contracted. GDP growth went negative for the first time since COVID. A recession started. People lost jobs. Anger grew, and the wealthy saw where this was heading. Economic collapse breeds political extremism. Extremism breeds violence. Violence breeds instability. Instability destroys wealth. So they left quietly at first, then in waves. The process is complex. You can't just move your money and leave. America taxes citizens on worldwide income. Even if you live in Portugal, you owe U.S. taxes. The only way out is renunciation. You formally give up citizenship at a U.S. embassy. You pay an exit tax, 23.8% on all your assets. Everything. Stocks, real estate, business equity, calculated at current market value whether you sell or not. For a billionaire, this is hundreds of millions in exit taxes. But they're paying it anyway. Because they've done the math. Pay $200 million now in exit tax, or stay and risk losing everything to wealth taxes political instability, or social collapse. The risk-reward favors leaving. So they're leaving. Where are they going? Portugal leads the pack. 5,000 wealthy Americans moved there in 2025. Portugal offers a golden visa program. Invest €500,000 in real estate or business. Get residency. After 5 years, you can apply for citizenship. Portugal has low taxes on foreign income for the first 10 years. No wealth tax, beautiful weather, safe streets, European Union membership. It's become the top destination for American wealthy refugees. UAE's 8,000 moved to Dubai or Abu Dhabi, 0% income tax, 0% capital gains tax, 0% inheritance tax, modern infrastructure, safe, luxurious lifestyle. The downside is it's a monarchy. No democracy. No free speech. But for billionaires who value money over freedom, it's perfect. You keep your wealth, you just can't criticize the government. Many find that trade acceptable. Singapore is third. 3,000 moved there. Similar to UAE, but in Asia. Low taxes, rule of law. Clean, safe, authoritarian, but functional. You trade political freedom for economic freedom and physical security. Singapore is especially popular with tech billionaires who want to be close to Asian markets. The countries selling citizenship are making billions. Portugal, Malta, Cyprus, Caribbean islands, they all have citizenship by investment programs. Pay between $500,000 and $3 million. Get a passport. Wealthy Americans are buying these like insurance policies. Even if they don't use them now, they want the option. If America gets worse, they have an escape route. But here's what's not discussed enough. The inequality of exit. Billionaires can leave. Pay the exit tax. Set up in Portugal or Dubai. Live well. The upper middle class can leave too if they're willing to sacrifice. Sell the house. Take the kids out of school. Start over. But the working class and poor are trapped. They don't have the money to renounce. Don't have skills other countries want. Don't have savings to invest in golden visas. They're stuck in America watching it decline while the wealthy flee. This creates a doom loop. Wealthy people leave. Tax base shrinks. Government needs revenue. Raises taxes on remaining people. More people leave if they can. Tax base shrinks more. Government raises taxes higher. Eventually you're left with only people who can't leave, and they're supporting a government that has no money because everyone with money left. This happened to Venezuela. This happened to Argentina. It's happening to America now. Just slower. The cultural impact is massive. For 250 years, America was the place people came to. The land of opportunity. The place where you could build wealth and keep it. Now, it's the place people leave from. The world's richest people are renouncing American citizenship to live in Portugal and Dubai. That's a stunning reversal. It signals the end of American exceptionalism. Not because of military weakness, because of economic and political dysfunction. Some people say good riddance. Let the billionaires leave. We don't need them. This is economically illiterate. Billionaires pay 40% of federal income taxes. The top 1% pays more than the bottom 90% combined. When they leave, that revenue disappears. Someone has to replace it. That someone is you, the middle class, who can't leave, who will pay higher taxes to fund a government that lost its richest taxpayers. There's also the innovation loss. Many billionaires are entrepreneurs. Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, Mark Zuckerberg. If they leave and start companies elsewhere, those companies create jobs elsewhere. The next Tesla gets built in Portugal. The next SpaceX launches from UAE. America doesn't just lose tax revenue, it loses the future. The companies and jobs and innovation that would have been created here get created somewhere else. The defenders of current policies say this is fear-mongering, that billionaires won't actually leave, that they need America more than America needs them. But the data proves otherwise. 22,000 renunciations in 2025, double the previous record, and these are just the ones who finished the process. Tens of thousands more are in progress. Lawyers who handle expatriation say they're booked 2 years out. The exodus is real and accelerating. So what happens next? If nothing changes, the trend continues. More wealthy people leave. Tax base erodes. Government raises taxes on remaining people. More leave. The doom loop spins. America becomes a high-tax, low-growth country, like France was before they reformed. Or like Argentina, rich in resources, poor in results. Because the people with capital and skills took both and left. Can it be reversed? Yes. But it requires acknowledging the problem. You can't tax your way to prosperity when the people you're taxing can leave. You can't create political instability and expect stability-loving wealthy people to stay. You can't collapse your economy with bad policy and think the rich will just accept it. They have options, and they're exercising them. The test of a country isn't how many people want to get in. It's whether people want to stay. For 2 centuries, everyone wanted into America and nobody wanted out. In 2025, that reversed. The wealthy are leaving, and unless something changes, that trend continues until there's nobody left with money except the government. And the government doesn't create wealth. It only consumes what others create. When the creators leave, the consumers are left with nothing. If you made it this far, let me know your thoughts. Are you considering leaving? Do you think the wealthy should stay and pay more? And subscribe if you haven't. Thanks for watching.